My name is Roberto Lopez. I am from Toronto, Ontario. To be honest, I don't know Big Brother too well, but I am learning. The studying I've been doing for Big Brother has been watching old seasons, working on my mental game, working on my physical game. To be honest, I don't have a clue of what I'm getting myself into, but I know it's gonna be one hell of an experience. My strategy going into the game is to be myself. I don't expect to be a villain, I don't expect to be sneaky, and I'm gonna play to my strengths. I'm gonna be a good social player, and I'm gonna be a competition beast. To be shut out from the outside world is kind of refreshing. I think we all should have a digital detox. I'm definitely gonna miss my family and friends, but I know that they're gonna be there for me when I get out. I think I'm scared of making the wrong connections with the wrong people. You could trust someone one day and they just completely backstab you the next. That's kind of scary for me. I tend to trust people pretty easily until you do me wrong. I deal with different types of people every day, being a personal trainer, and it allows me to kind of connect with people from all walks of life. I think that's gonna benefit me in the game. I wanna be strategic about the big moves that I make. I think it's important to make those crucial decisions when you need to. I am an undercover alpha. I'll let the big dogs bark, but when it's time to play, I'm ready to play. I definitely am gonna be more strategic with the when and who I confront as far as being an alpha in the house. I have no problems with setting aside my ego and letting someone else make a fool of themselves, just coming up after them and taking the W. One thing I wouldn't want my house guests to know about me is that I do have a master's degree. I do also have a bachelor's degree, and I am a personal trainer. So I think I'm gonna let those things slide and just say I'm a bartender. And I think with coming off as like a friendly bartender, it's not as intimidating as someone that has as much education that I do and also spends his whole day in the gym. Well, truth be told, I have been a bartender for quite some time. It is something that I have done for a number of years. So I don't think it'll be hard for me to just assume that that's all I do.
My name is Renee Muir and I'm from Vaughan, Ontario. I know Big Brother pretty well. I really camped onto the seasons during season 3. I've been watching it since I was in high school, and now I'm just ready to attack it any way that I can. My strategy is to try to be as calm, cool, and collected as I can going into the house. I definitely am a little bit of a louder personality. Sometimes I let out a couple screams from time to time. So I definitely wanna see who I'm playing with, see what alliances I can make, and then take it from there. 3 months of not being connected to the outside world is like a blessing and a curse all in one. I always love to take my friends and family's advice. With that being said though, I am going to be stuck in a house with a bunch of strangers, so who knows who's gonna get in my ear. When I was younger, I was much more easily influenced, but I think now I have a little bit more sureness and confidence in myself to be able to be like, okay, this is not a good game move for me, and this is why I'll do my thing. I'm scared of scary people. I'm scared of people coming after me, and I'm scared of people backdooring me. So hopefully none of those happen. I am still in shock that I'm sitting here today and doing this. I always told people I can do it, I can make it, and now I just gotta prove to them that I can go all the way to the end. I've already done half the work, and now I gotta just finish it off with a clean sweep, hopefully. I know I have the confidence and the skills and the manipulation if I need to use it from time to time to get to the end. But hopefully I don't have to use too much. I don't want the house guests to know that I'm a law student. I feel like that puts like a target on my back. I also don't want to play up that I've coached competitive gymnastics for the past 7 years because I feel like that's another threat to them. I definitely want to make big moves, but I don't want to make them too obvious to the rest of the house guests. So I definitely want the audience to see everything I'm doing. I'm going to be in the diary room scheming and plotting and telling them everything that I got to do. But when I'm in the house, I'm going to be very cute and sweet and bubbly and airheady so that they don't see what's going to hit them.
My name is Kuzivakwashe Cheryl Mujakachi, KUZIE for short, and I am from Victoria, BC. I know Big Brother very well, very well. I am a super fan. I think I would consider myself a super fan, and I've been watching pretty much all the seasons on repeat 24/7 for the past month or so. So I am well versed. My strategy is a very social one. My strategy is also to be a menace, just be an undercover menace, just blow up the house, but undercover, make it look like it's not me, spread lies. But I also want people to really like me and really trust me. And I think that's gonna be easy because I'm a talky person. I'm a talkative person. I can talk myself into and out of situations. So I've got this. I am a people person. I am good at people, so anyone is my guy. What I'm scared of the most going in is going home first. That is my biggest fear. Get me past the first eviction and I'm good. I'm most excited about the challenges in the costumes and, ticking people off. and just being loud and just enjoying every bit of it, you know, enjoying the whole experience. The types of challenges that I will excel in, I think, are the brain ones, the ones where I have to, you know, the memory challenges, the ones where you've got to remember stuff or, you know, remember days and things like that. The ones I'll be bad at are the strength ones, because muscles, they're not on my side. I want to make big moves always. So even if it's considered a little move, there's a strategy behind it. I'm not getting rid of people, you know, per emotion. I'm doing something that will definitely propel me forward. I don't want them to know my occupation, because then that means that they will assume that I am smart. I don't want them to know that I'm smart. I want them to think I'm just a pageant girl, which I am, and that's great. And pageant girls are really smart as well, but the way that they're looked at is like, oh, they're just there to look pretty. As an 911 operator, I'm good at reading people. I'm good at listening to what's not being said. I'm good at analyzing stuff. I'm good at just knowing who's telling the truth. If you're telling me a lie, I know it immediately. So that's something that I'm definitely going to harness going into the game.
So my name is John Michael. I am from Toronto, Ontario. I have watched absolutely every season of Big Brother Canada. I would definitely consider myself well studied in the Big Brother universe. I understand plays, I understand all the controversial plays that have ever happened, and I definitely have built a strategy after some of the wins. My strategy going into the house is definitely going to be having to adapt to the people that are there. The first week, I'm just gonna be Mr. Charming. I wanna be everyone's best friend. It's a popularity contest, so that's really important for me. Currently, I work from home every day, and so being shut off from the world isn't going to be too difficult for me. The only thing that I totally miss is just being able to call my parents or, you know, hop on social media, but for the most part, I'm gonna be fine. I would consider myself pretty entertaining in my regular life, so I really hope my friends and family enjoy watching me on the show. My biggest fear going into this house is not being able to connect with anybody. I am a total extrovert and I feed off of people's energies, so it'll be really, really hard for me if I don't find someone that I can just jive with and vibe with. I have an easy time getting along with people, so I have no problems with that. It's just, you know, that creeping fear of not being able to connect. Any Big Brother Canada fan will know that the first 3 weeks of this house is totally high school. It's a popularity contest. And if you haven't gotten that down yet, you're probably gonna be out the first week. I 100% wanna make big moves in this game. I am not a believer in floating to the end. I also do believe that you have to, in order to be the best, you have to beat the best. So get rid of the floaters first, start the game with those competitors, and play it that way. The one thing I don't want the house guests to know about me is that I'm well studied in this game. I'm going to play that down so much. I'm going to be asking them questions about what a veto is, or how HOH works, who are we voting out. You know, I just don't want them to see me as a threat because I know the game so well.
My name's Jonathan Leonard, and I'm from Paradise, Newfoundland. I know Big Brother Canada very well. I've watched it since season 1. It's been a highlight of every year in my family. I've studied the game for quite some time. Strategy going into the house would have to be just take it day by day, feel out the rest of the house and the cast members, and just take every competition as they come and make decisions based on what's going on around me. I'm gonna miss the outside world being in the house because I'm a family man first and foremost. I'm married, I have a 12-year-old boy and a dog that I love very much, Bruce. So not being able to talk to them is going to be tough, but knowing I have their love and support back home is gonna push me forward and help me in the game tremendously. Oh, they're gonna be watching each and every episode religiously, I'm sure, rooting me on and fully supporting my each and every move, maybe critiquing me a little bit, but yeah, it's gonna be fun to get home and see what their take is and the whole thing. Oh yeah, East Coast connection is huge. It's huge. Having support from home and all the East Coast, I mean, you can't beat that. What am I most scared of going into the house? I would have to say sharing a house with 13 strangers. I mean, I have to get used to their lifestyles and how they live and be respectful of that. And it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment, but I feel like once I get my feet planted, it'll go really well. I'm most excited about getting in there and getting to know everybody. You know, everybody come from different aspects of life and different backgrounds, and I love hearing people's stories and getting to know people and making friendships and bonds, so I'm really excited about that. Where I'm going to fit into the house, I'd like to think that I'm going to have an alpha personality. It's who I am, so I feel like I'm going to be known in the house, maybe with a target, so I'm going to have to tread lightly. But I'm excited to see where it goes. One thing I don't want the other house guests to know about me is that I'm a little bit of a people pleaser. I tend to like to give people what they want, and I feel like that can be taken advantage of by the right person. So I got to try to hide my cards there.